What can be better than starting off the Black Friday sales than with a haul video? So today I've got 5 watches for you. I've got something from Wishdoit. Now you've seen this watch before. This is the wave pattern, the summer dial. Absolutely amazing. I've got a Tactical Frog Solar Echo Drive watch here. Then of course I've got the Watchdives Cracked Ice. This is the green dial. Wowzer. I've got a San Martin and I've got a brand new Addiesdive. So yeah, some interesting watches that we're going to discuss in this video. Now, the affiliate links to all of the watches we'll be discussing today are in the description below the video. Check them out if you're after some sharp prices. As well as that, check out the discount codes and my collection. So basically, one place where you'll see all the videos we've been discussing in the last couple of weeks in one place. And when you do buy from my collection, there are additional discounts there. So the prices are generally lower than what you're going to see on the listings when you just go to AliExpress. Now that we've covered that off, let's get in and talk about these 5 in detail. Let's do it. This is the Wishdoit 9007 and it's hard to call this anything other than a pure summer watch with 3 dial options: aqua green, sandy beige and this striking blue to white gradient. The vibe is fresh, breezy and just fun. It's the kind of watch that practically grins at you from the wrist. The dial fades from white at 6 o'clock to a rich sea blue up at 12, over a textured ripple pattern that mimics shallow ocean water. It's capped off with a split ceramic bezel, white on the lower half, blue on top. It's a 120-click unidirectional setup with a coin edge grip. And while rotation is on the light side, there's decent resistance at the detents and minimal backplay, though alignment at 12 is slightly off. Still, it's very much functional. Case dimensions come in at 40mm across, 12.5mm thick and a lug-to-lug length of 47mm. Made wrist-friendly thanks to the inverted end links. It's all brushed stainless steel with a polished 45-degree bevel, adding a touch of elegance as transition between the flank and the lug hoods. The signed crown measures 6.4mm in diameter and screws in securely, working with the case back to deliver 150 meters of water resistance. You get a flat sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating, and inside beats the trusty Miyota 8215, a 21-joule automatic movement with 42 hours of power reserve and a 21,600 vibrations per hour beat rate. The bracelet here is solid stainless steel, tapering down from 20mm at the lugs to 16mm at the clasp. It's held together with push pins and the clasp is milled, signed and features 5 micro adjustments. Pop open the double pusher release and you see a milled folding wing. Lastly, the dial keeps things minimal and clean. There's no oversized text, just the applied Wishdoit logo at 12 and a tidy date window at 6 that fits neatly into the design. Altogether, you're looking at about $110 before tax. The Tactical Frog chronograph is a 160-gram stainless steel menace. This thing is built like a weapon. Solid 316L steel construction, screw-down crown and pushers, and a 200-meter water resistance rating. You're looking at a proper tool chronograph right here. The case measures 41mm in diameter, 12.9mm thick, and stretches to 53mm lug-to-lug length thanks to the protruding male end links. The lug width is 20mm and the bracelet tapers down to 18 at the clasp. The deep C-curve lugs drop hard to hug the wrist, and those polished 45-degree chamfers slice through the brushed case flanks for extra wrist presence. On the dial, it's chaos in harmony. A silver grey base, hose-applied indices and a 3-color sub-dial layout. Yellow at 3 for the 24-hour clock, blue at 6 for the minute totalizer, and black at 9 for running seconds. A white chapter ring, a deep sloped rehaut engraved with Tactical Frog branding, and a glossy black ceramic tachymeter bezel. It's powered by the Seiko VS75A solar quartz movement. No battery replacements needed. It provides a 6-month power reserve. The accuracy is plus/minus 20 seconds per month. There is no date window on this dial, despite this movement allowing it at 4:30. But I guess it was sacrificed for the symmetry. The bracelet is a brushed 3-link setup. with decent tolerances, screw pins, and a milled clasp with 6 micro adjustments. Flip the watch over and you'll find the solid screw-down case back etched with the Tactical Frog branding and movement information. This one is a serious beater. It's heavy-duty, loud, unapologetic, and solar-powered. So pretty much a chronograph brute. The Watchdives WD0003C in green ice crack is an undeniable showstopper. Powered by a Seiko VH31 sweeping quartz movement, it delivers plus-minus 20 seconds per month accuracy and a 3-year battery life. Now, this is not an automatic, but this isn't pretending to be one. It's a quartz with a purpose, and the main event is that dial. What you're looking at is an original Watchdives design, a radiant textured dial that mimics shattered emerald glass under sunlight. It's layered, almost geological effect that gives the impression you're peering into the Earth's core. Bright green radiates from the center, darkening towards the rehaut, which is sloped inward and finished in matte salad green. That chapter ring carries a printed white mini-track, sharp, minimal, clean, and not distracting from this beautiful dial. The applied indices are elongated, polished batons with lume-filled centers. Nothing flashy, but well balanced. There is no date window on this dial, and that is deliberate. This is all about visual impact, and everything on this dial respects that. Below 12 sits the polished Watchdives logo. Above 6 we get the word Elementum and the 100-meter water resistance rating. Framing it all is a fixed bezel, sitting atop a 38mm case that wears slightly larger thanks to the flat case flanks and strong brushing. Thickness is just 10.7mm and the lug-to-lug length is 45.5mm with a 20mm lug width. The crystal is sapphire, slightly domed with beveled edges and anti-reflective coating, making it crisp even in harsh light. The screw-down crown is signed, 5.9mm across, tall, notchy and tactile, exactly what you want when setting time. The bracelet has a quick-release system, push-pin construction and a 3-link design. The bracelet tapers from 20mm at the lugs to 16 at the clasp. The clasp here is fully milled, signed, and features 5 micro adjustments. The tolerances here are excellent, minimal link gaps, great articulation, there's no rattle whatsoever. And for around $150 before tax, this is not expensive. This price is just right. That dial and the materials used in the setup are premium. This isn't your average rugged diver, though at first glance you'd be forgiven for thinking it was. The tall, wide-grooved bezel feels almost industrial with its deeply notched, high-grip cutouts. But step back and you notice the elegance layered in. That polished ceramic bezel, the precision-printed rehaut markings, and of course the quiet refinement San Martin is known for. Technically, the listing says 39mm for the diameter, but our real-world calipers say 40.2mm, and that's thanks to the overhanging bezel. It juts beyond the case ever so slightly, making this bezel not just easy to grip, but adding real visual weight to the watch as a whole. It's tall, functional, and easily gripped from any angle, even diagonally, horizontally, vertically, it doesn't matter. The lug-to-lug length here is just 47.3mm, reined in by the inverted end links, giving this compact wrist presence despite the aggressive bezel. The case thickness is a clean 13mm flat, and that includes that slightly domed sapphire crystal up top. Now, if we talk about the finishing, the mid-case is brushed with utilitarian intent. The flank is horizontally brushed. It's flat sides, slab geometry. But it transitions to the lug hoods with a widening 45-degree polished chamfer that gets slightly broader as it hits the tips. Let's talk about center stage, the face of this San Martin GMT diver. Sitting up top is a tall bezel housing a high-gloss polished ceramic insert. Just above it sits gently domed sapphire crystal. Subtle enough to avoid vintage vibes, but enough curvature to introduce elegance and complexity to the light play. It's coated with anti-reflective treatment, and under angled lighting you'll occasionally catch hints of green or violet hues flashing across the surface. This is the Addiesdive AD2517, a vintage-inspired chronograph and a new addition to the Addiesdive lineup. The case measures 37mm in diameter and 12.7mm thick, including a tall domed mineral crystal that gives it real presence on wrist. The crystal is anti-reflective coated, and at certain angles it throws off a strong blue sheen. It's also heavily distorted at the edges, a very retro-inspired touch. Surrounding the dial is a fixed black ceramic bezel with a printed tachymeter scale. It's well aligned, cleanly executed, and adds a nice layer of functionality. The case itself is 316L stainless steel with a mix of brushed and polished finishing. From the side, the polished flanks have a soft plumpness, while the lugs are sharply drilled and angled down quite aggressively, helping it wear tighter on the wrist. The movement here is a Seiko VK63 mech-quartz, so you get a hybrid layout with quartz accuracy and a mechanical feeling chronograph. It runs to within about minus or plus 20 seconds a month with a 3-year battery life and a crisp instant reset on the chrono hand. Pushers have good feedback, and the sign crown is screw down and nicely sized at 6.3mm for easy grip. The dial is matte black with bold white printed numerals, almost field watch in style. And then we get 3 reset sub-dials, 24-hour time at 3, running seconds at 6, and a 60-minute chrono counter at 9. The strap on here is a nylon single pass with stainless steel keepers and a matching polished buckle. On the back, there's a screw-down solid case back, and the full build, including the crown and the crystal sealing, gives this watch a solid 100 meters of water resistance. All in all, it's a lightweight, functional vintage-style chronograph that feels well put together and ready to wear daily. Now, this watch here will set you back around $65 before tax. So what do you reckon? 5 watches later, which one is your favorite? Or all of them are your favorites? I'll tell you what though, the Addiesdive that we discussed right here, this brand new chronograph, a new addition to the Addiesdive lineup. I'm actually giving this watch away, but I'm doing the giveaway on my other channel, Hands-On Horology. So if you want to take part in that one, you'll have to go to that channel, actually take a look at my latest video, and you can join that giveaway as well. Now, these watches, hopefully you did like them, hopefully you found out something new. The affiliate links are in the description below the video, do check them out, as well as the discount codes, and of course, check out my collection. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.